So our first application is going to be Old Roaring Brook. We have Greg.
Old
So
Roaring-
I,
Am I looking?
Good
Yeah.
evening, how are you?
Oh,
good.
Okay.
So he had come to our last meeting for new residents. The board has suggested that he return with the details that are going to show the overall change look of the house, which would be the chain gutters, scuppers, and to also provide photographs of the graphite, charcoal cement board, and some depiction of the real materials. Did that cover it, Greg?
Yes, it does. Daisy, I'm actually on my phone. I wasn't able to connect Wi-Fi on my desktop. Is
Okay.
it possible? Can you just manage can I
Yeah.
just ask you to
Can you
share the screen?
pull it up?
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Appreciate
Yeah.
it. Thank you very much, everyone.
So Brendan and
evening.
Travis, were you here at the last?
Yeah, I was
meeting?
here. I was
Okay.
here.
I
Yeah.
wasn't.
All
Yeah, I
right,
was
well,
here too, I think.
Let me just pull it up.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello. So Daisy, repeat, you said gutters?
Chain gutters. He was using a
Chain.
European method, chain gutters and
Oh,
scuppers.
okay, yeah.
The original renderings didn't show any type of downspouts or guttering or anything. And
Can you see
Right.
that?
that came up, so.
Right.
Can you see that? Yes.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Greg, I'll just go down and you just.
Of course. So first of all, Daisy, I think that there is a detail, but let's look at the elevations first, and then there is a detail that shows it in 3D. So yeah, so if you zoom in here, you can see that it's all articulated on the elevations.
Yeah, I think all of us were pretty much satisfied with everything except a few of the guttering details, and then definitely the pictures help of the materials.
Sure. So Daisy, if you can, I believe there is a
The
separate.
materials change from the original? You had
No.
much, they
No.
didn't, okay.
No.
I don't remember as much wood, which.
Oh, no, it's a different.
This
it's
is a different house.
project. It's it's a different house.
Yeah, I didn't think the address was the same.
But that one's
Telling
also,
you.
that's number 2 on the agenda.
It's ju-
So he's returning
yeah.
for that
Oh,
one as
okay.
well. So this
Yes.
one was just
Different
shown
house.
last
Yeah,
one.
this is a different house. So
Okay.
Daisy,
Thank you.
I believe that there's a separate detail. It may or may not be in the set. So if you can just scroll through the set, it may be in the set or it could be a separate file.
Okay.
Just keep scrolling.
Keeps going.
Try page 11, maybe. There you go.
Right there. Thank you so much. It's right there. That's basically showing it 3D. And then there is a sample of graphite material that you could see that we used in another project in Western Connecticut we just completed. So you can see the wood and you can also see the graphite, and this is a blow up of a detail. That's perfect. Thank you, Daisy.
Mhm.
What were the issues, Travis and Brendan?
I think Stanley mostly wanted to just see what the chain gutters look like in a rendering so that it kind of was complete. But other than that, there were no issues. I think we all liked the project.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I think it was just kind of the finalizing the renderings and the details to accurately reflect what was going to happen with the guttering, or the scuppers and stuff. So
Where is this house on Old Roaring Brook? It says Mount Kisco.
No,
Not Old
that's
Roaring Brook.
actually, that's a Chappaqua.
What?
It's a
It's
Chappaqua.
Chappaqua, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I saw somewhere you have it here as Mount Kisco on the on your plans.
It might be an architect. I mean, we unfortunately or fortunately, we're doing a lot of projects all over the place. So the architect at this point probably lost track of.
Okay. So I think we're good, no?
yeah, I think definitely, it's fine.
Yeah, agreed.
So now the next application is actually the one that you probably do remember, Anne, which is 16 Hollow Ridge Road.
Yeah. Okay.
So he has returned with revised plans. Let me just get to that.
So when did you guys see him recently or?
That was approved
No,
in
no, this is a
December.
first return.
Okay.
That was
I mean,
approved in
I've missed a
yeah.
couple, so that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, okay.
So Daisy, if you can share the screen, I'll just quickly summarize, unless you want to summarize what we're returning for.
I don't know why you're returning.
Okay. Well, first of all, because I really like talking to you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Excellent.
But second of all, we had two things. First of all, we removed one of the decks at the lower level. And that could be seen on this elevation. At lower elevation, you can see that we removed. There was a deck between the base, outside the basement level. We removed that portion.
Do you have those, Daisy? Or
I'm gonna have to go back into December's submission. So let
You
me
know
just-
what I can show it. Why don't we look at the 3D all the way to the last sheets, and there you can see it in 3D in terms of the impact. Okay, here we go. So on the top right corner is a revised elevation. So the portion of the deck which was extending to the left has been removed. And that's the only change there. And just the other thing that we did is, as you remember, we were going back and forth with stucco versus fiber cement board, which we use everywhere else. And we decided to stick to a fiber cement board because we think it's a better fit and it doesn't have the same maintenance issues that stucco has, that you guys raised as well. So you can see that we're actually showing articulation of a cement board on the elevations as well as in 3D.
I can't remember who had issue with this. Didn't someone have issue with the cement board?
No, it was just the issue of the first time we brought in front of you, we did not actually have segmentation of of a cement board. It was kind of just so.
Like a big slab?
Exactly. It was
Yeah,
just not detailed enough. So that's it. And we just basically went through it and worked through the detail. And you see how we use cement board on the previous sample. So.
On the previous sample.
Meaning the previous building that you saw with the graphite cement, it's the same board, different color, obviously, but you can see the texture. And
oh, you mean that's what you were calling slate is cement board? No.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The previous one, yes, graphite. It was called graphite.
Graphite. Okay.
Case. Yeah, that's a color. Yeah.
That's just the color. Okay.
Yeah.
One sec.
Sure.
I think
And Daisy,
Daisy's
thank you for
looking-
doing this. I
She's looking
appreciate
for the old.
Sure,
I am.
Sure, of course. I appreciate it.
Daisy, can you just enter search? Can you just put the address?
I could do that. Let's see. I just don't know if it had an address at that time.
It did. Yeah, it did.
It
was
did?
16.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 16 color age. Yeah.
Let's see.
Wow.
What has
Harbor.
happened here?
Oh,
Popular,
yeah.
popular
That's nice.
address.
Very popular address.
Yeah.
This one right here, the 2021, you scroll up. Scroll up.
I think.
Wait, I thought I just
you're
saw
right.
it.
It was at the end of 2021. Exactly right.
Yeah, right there, 11/17.
Mhm. Yes. So if you scroll all the way, I assume you want to take a look, yeah, at the articulation and a balcony. So if you scroll right there, it's the same
Well, I'm not seeing it be a problem for the meeting.
So you added, I'm looking at that top right.
I didn't
go up
add it.
one.
We actually subtracted portion of a deck.
Oh, it looks like, oh, so that deck wrapped around, it's hard to.
Yes, it did, yeah. We subtracted that portion.
Mhm.
To blow it up. So I can see it.
Sorry, it's my dog.
Love it.
It looks okay. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I have no problem with the subtraction of that section of deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
I think we're
Approved, yeah.
good.
Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it. I promise not to be back for another 2 months.
What did you say, for 2 weeks?
2 months.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
All right, so the next application is 182 Orchard Ridge Road. Is anyone here for that? I apologize.
You hear
for the
me?
dog. Oh, Frank. Yes. Hi, how are you?
Yes, okay, I wanted to just try to get my video.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Could you call the drawings up, or we can do it that way?
Unless you want to man the cursor.
That's all right. Okay, can you see them?
Yep.
Okay.
But maybe we could start with, you're not a return, are you? Are you a return?
No, this is the first time.
Yeah, if we could start with the photos of the house and then
Okay,
surrounding photos, please.
all righty. I have it, they're embedded in an email, so excuse that. The pictures of the existing house, 182 Orchard Ridge Road. This is, a picture of the rear. And if you see in the upper left-hand corner, there's a little porch off the master bedroom. We're going to be extending the house to, capture that space. I'll show you that in the architectural plans. This is the other side view, the south view. You can see, the wood shingles, in quite, disrepair.
Yeah.
Okay. Screen porch will be left intact. The front of the house is done in vinyl siding. And this is the area over the garage, which has this lower profile roof that we're going to be cutting off. We're going to maintain this piece of roof in front over the door. And, and that will continue across the entire front.
So wait, that photograph is the same house?
Yeah. Believe it or not. We're going to be stretching the second floor. So we're going to be tearing all this roof off and rebuilding it, just leaving a portion in the front, or, rebuilding it. You could see from the side view, there's trees in the way, but my drawings show it a little better. You'll see the different roof lines that I'm proposing. Or I'm going to maintain the existing roof line of the main mass of the house. This is the house across the street, 175 Orchard Ridge. It's just, your typical colonial, Center Hall colonial. This is the house directly next door, 188. Dutch colonial style, a little different. It has all this little stonework in the front to accentuate the front, but a lot happening on this particular house.
So Orchard Ridge is kind of in town. Wait.
Well, this is towards Bedford Road, towards the church. So
okay. All right. Oh, the
That
two-
church,
yeah, the
not the
churches.
stone church. I don't know which.
Yeah, I know
Yeah. And this is the house directly next door, south of it, next door as well, which is your raised ranch. So that's basically what we're doing. We're proposing to remove all the siding, all the roofing, propose new roofing, new hardy board siding, the fiber cement board siding. I'm going to go back to my go to my drawing now.
Yep.
So you could see, from the side, the right side elevation or the north elevation, you could see the roof line of what was that garage, this lower pitched roof. And then it comes in the back like this. And this little cutout area here is where that balcony was that nobody uses. So we're going to be tearing this off and capture this space and this space, for the new master bedroom suite. And then taking this roof line in the front here and just stretching it across the entire front and, carrying the same, style of windows. I mean, all the windows will be replaced, but, you'll have 4 continuous windows of the same size. In the front also, I'm stretching what was that little porch area. We'll be, building out the front. If you look in the lower right-hand corner on the south elevation or the left side elevation, we're going to extend what is the dining room now. They're using it as like a study for the kids with, COVID and whatnot. But it's the dining room. We're going to stretch that to allow for this roof to continue across. And then that roof would allow us to accept this portico. It can dock nicely in front of the house. You can see it from the side view here and on the right side as well, or the north side. So it's a new entryway. If you look at the plan, you can see, here's where the front door is currently. The dining room bumps out as like a rectilinear bay window style. And we're showing, here's where we're showing the house coming across to align with the garage. So it'll be one line going across. And that would have one, if you look at the second floor, that roof would just carry across, this lower roof, to break up the height in the front as you're coming in. And you can see here in the plan what we're doing with the master bedroom. This is the back wall with sliding doors to that porch, which now becomes part of this bathroom and an office, from remote office, working remotely at home, and the master suite with some newer closets. That's basically it as far as what and we're redoing bathrooms and all that stuff. But as far as the architecture goes, that you could see outside, again, all new windows. My client is proposing to do them in black. The siding, again, hardy board in a gray. This is light mist. This is Booth Bay blue, but somewhere in the middle of these two colors. I do not have a sample of what they chose, which is like an Aztec gray, it's called. We can get that. The trim will be white. What's that?
Do you have any detailing on the front door, the portico, and how those columns, how do they rest on the?
They're just straight columns. We weren't sure if we were going to put a base on them. My client showed me some photographs, and they were just clean columns. So I kept it, clean. I have nothing, nothing at the bottom, nothing at the top. They wanted a clean, like an arts and crafts look. We can put base on them. But no, I don't have details at this point. I thought I did. I did earlier. We changed it. And the color is hardy gray slate is what the color is called. The roof would be a charcoal gray. Just a regular charcoal. It's hard to see it.
Yeah, that's fine.
So it's, it's a lighter gray, and, the charcoal, with the black, you see that quite a bit, architectural shingles. And, it would be hardy board siding, the horizontal lap siding on all four sides. So, again, we're getting rid of the, the wooden shakes. You can see also here, this is just the outline of the existing roof that I was telling you about, and then we're going to just carry the same roof line across. That's it.
Travis or,
Yeah, I don't have too many problems with it. I think it actually kind of cleans it up a little bit
oh yeah, no,
from the original the original house, actually.
yeah. I mean, you're putting hardy board around the whole house, right?
Yes, yes. The entire house is going to get reworked. New siding throughout, new trim, the AZAC trim or hardy trim, in the in a white color. Arctic white is a color from hardy board, and black window frames, and the charcoal roof. So
Yeah,
it's gonna present nicely from the street.
Are you guys okay with the kind of lack of detail on the front?
It's not so much lack of detail, it's very simple detail. It's clean detail. They want as clean as possible. I had something a little more ornate, more traditional, and they came back and said, if you can just do this. Was a picture out of a window magazine, and
are these columns, they're square or?
they're just square. They're square columns.
Square. Okay.
Yeah, they're square columns. They're about 10 inches square. They wanted like little beefier columns. So, little rounded edges here, on the supporting beam. And, that's really it. Simple statement, not really making a big statement.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm okay with it.
All right, Brendan, are you okay?
It's pretty simple, it seems to me.
Yeah.
With-
I know it's cleaned up nicely.
Yeah, they're excited about it. It's would change that house. That it's it'll bring it up nicely to the caliber of the neighboring houses.
I appreciate putting windows in the walk-in closets as well.
Yeah. Yeah. This way they can see if they're wearing navy blue or black.
All right, I think we're fine.
Yeah,
We're
that's
good.
proved here.
Okay. Thank you very much, and have a good evening.
Thank
Have a
you.
good
You
night.
too.
Bye-bye.
Okay, our next application is 83 Trip Street.
Hi, my name is Douglas McClure. I'm the architect for the Askin Williams at 83 Trips Street. And I guess I will share my screen for you. Hold on 1 minute.
83, right?
Yes.
83, yes.
Yeah. Where's Trip Street? It sounds familiar.
Um,
I'm
winding
gonna
around up in the woods.
I'm gonna Google it. Is it Chappaqua? Oh, Mount Kisco.
On Kisco.
I don't even know where that Haas Audubon Sanctuary is. Oh, it's over by 128.
It's on top of the hill.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's up on top of the hill. It
Nice.
has spectacular views.
It looks like it must. Wow.
The house itself is quite interesting. It's part of it must be very old. And then it looks like it's had a series of additions. It's in various states of you know, some parts of it are in decent repair, some parts of it are in rough repair. But what we are trying, so essentially our main goal is, this is the east elevation, and this piece here is a screen porch that's built over an existing, it's hard to see in this photo, but it's actually built over an existing stone terrace. And they would like to take that whole porch off, refurbish the terrace, and just make a smaller screen porch area in the room that's sort of behind it. So you can see, excuse me, this is the north elevation, which you can't really see it from this from the street, but when you're driving up the street here, you can sort of catch glimpses of it. When you're driving here, this is this north elevation with the big bow. We're actually going to take that curved space off and make that a pergola, an outdoor pergola space. The south elevation is where the official entry is. You come up this big natural stone staircase into the doors there. And then it wraps around. Excuse me, my screen is not reacting right now. There we go. Wraps around here with this bump out. There's some back rooms over here. Little outdoor deck, and then you come around. That outdoor deck comes back and into the house. There's these large picture windows that have nothing to do with the original house at all in style.
But look at that view in the back. Wow.
Yeah, it's spectacular. And they spend a lot of time on this east side of the house, because you get great views to the south and to the north. It's a nice spot to sit. So,
Are you doing anything to the, wait, does the south elevation?
no, we're not. We're
No.
only, I'll go to the plans now so we can.
Okay. I'm looking at that bay and I'm looking at how it's off center with the window below.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. So actually, let me go to this other site plan here. So this is the existing site plan. And essentially, as I said, we are taking off this porch and this bay, and we're reframing the roof on this to make this, there's a room here that's going to be the screened in porch. And then that'll sort of clean this whole area up. You can see this stone patio area here. That actually, where you can tell by the way it's constructed, when we remove the porch, that stone patio will be this whole area. If it's in good shape, we'll leave it as it is. Otherwise, we may have to put down some new bluestone, which is what we're showing in the drawings. But if it turns out it's in great shape, we'll leave it at the old stone patio. So this is the existing plan. There's some interesting conditions inside that we have to deal with. There's a strange step down here into this room here, which is, even though it's enclosed, it's not the most comfortable room in the winter. And it's very large and they don't use it for much at all. So we're going to take all the red is what we're removing. And then our plan, as I said, is to if we have to refurbish this, we will. Otherwise, we'll leave it the old stone. which we're hoping is there. Building this new screen porch here, and then putting a cedar pergola on this whole area there. And we'll site some planters. So my client is an avid gardener, and we'll have some hopefully green growing in that patio itself, and bringing some stairs around so that they can easily move up and down onto the terrace. There's our roof plan, so you can see we're restructuring the whole area here so that we can get some nice cathedral ceilings in that screen porch, because otherwise it's very low. And that's what we end up with as our elevation. Just a very simple gable, screen windows and doors. The cedar patio, the cedar pergola over to the right there, and the screen porch wraps. The screens wrap all the way around on all three sides. All the materials. The house is painted cedar shakes, so we will be matching those. We're using Mabec shingles. And the trim will be white to match the existing windows, etc. Then all these stone walls are actually existing. So these sort of higher stone walls here in this area, they're actually existing. And we'll refurbish them and rebuild them as necessary, but we're going to keep them in the same style they are now. These are the other elevations. There's really no work happening on these sides, but I know I had to include them, so I'm just showing you what's there. It's a hodgepodge of strange windows. And
so you're kind of keeping, on the elevation that you are working on, you're keeping some mullion windows, and then you're putting in some.
We're not putting in any windows at all. The only work
Oh,
we're
those
doing,
are existing.
Yeah, those are all existing. Yeah, someone, that happened. Who knows? It looks like it happened maybe in the 70s, late 70s, early 80s. But we're not touching any of that right now because honestly, I don't really want to open up that wall until after,
I like it. I think it really actually cleans up that whole corner of the house and makes it probably more functional as well.
Yeah, agreed.
Not fine with it.
Yeah, it looks like a nice space. I I can imagine myself I try to imagine that view. It's probably pretty awesome.
It's really quite stunning. You can see forever. It's a really beautiful spot.
Sit out there and watch the clouds go by. Yep. I'm a yes here for approval.
So, so on this side of the house, there are no shutters. I'm just looking at the original. It really is kind of a mix of there's some shutters, even on that one side where that odd bay is. There's
it's like
below.
some of the windows have shutters, some don't. The shutters, if it were up to me, I'd actually remove the shutters because they're not sized proportionally to the windows.
Yeah, they look very narrow.
There's a lot of different things that have happened over the years.
That's for sure. Oh, I see those windows. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, nice little project.
Thank you. Okay, anything else you need from me or?
Nope.
No.
You're good. Good to go.
Thank you very much. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you.
as well.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Our next application is Tio Sequenza for 16 Glen Terrace.
Good evening.
So,
Teo Sequenza, I am the architect for Mr. and Mrs. Perman. Thank you for having me here in front of you, board members, Mr. DePaul. I would like to share my screen.
Please, thank you.
Sorry, I will share again. Here we go. Yeah, we have our property here in question in Glen Terrace. The property is highlighted here with the yellow. We have the adjacent properties that share some distance, so the neighborhood is pretty open and architecturally consistent, in my opinion. These are the neighboring homes, in the street, 5 Glen, the 7 Glen Terrace, 10 Glen Terrace. So they're pretty consistent. They are, gable configurations with dormers, porches, various tonalities, grays in here, yellow here, and but they are pretty consistent as far as the style of the home, being vernacular, with gable, shed, and some dormer configurations. The 24 right here. Our house in question here, you can see that is the front. The house is slightly on downslope because the street is probably at this height here at the seal of the second floor window, perhaps. So it is on slope that it comes down, but you can see the house in here is very clean, very vernacular as well. Gable configurations, bay windows in the back, and continuing to the rear of the house, we have the garage in here. So that's the existing house. We're looking to do a couple of renovations and expansions to the home. We have an existing planning here that I will share, so you can see how the house sits in the property. So we have a down slope in here coming into the garage, and it has decks in the rear, as you can see here, and small pathway going to the front of the house. This is the main level of the house, where we have probably, this was the core of the house, and some rooms were added, perhaps the garage part of this room, and this core of the house was existing, and at one point there was an expansion of this room towards the rear. That's the roof configuration that you can see. That is the existing house. So it's simple, and we're looking to keep it that way as well. The proposal that we have, here you see the site plan again. We are looking to expand on top of the existing decks. Here there was one deck, and here the other deck, to create here on the left-hand side. I will come to the main level, where we are looking to expanding. Here you can see the configuration of the existing deck in here and the former deck in here, where we are creating a kitchen breakfast area for their growing family, and a screen porch on the rear. So the core of the proposal here is an expansion of the kitchen, which is rather small at the moment. It's small for their family. So kitchen, breakfast room has been expanded, and a screen porch created in the back. And the deck has been recreated towards the rear on the same fashion as the existing. On the second floor over the kitchen, a master suite has been proposed, which will have a sleeping alcove, some closets, and a master bathroom. There is an existing attic in here that we're looking to turn it into a bathroom for the existing bedroom, and there will be a bay extended towards the front. In the front of the house as well, what we're proposing is a simple entry portico, a porch to the front of the house. The elevations in here, I will share with you. I have eliminated some of the dashed lines for clarity, and these are the elevations that we have, the proposal. So we have a dormer in here. We have the porch that has been added, the cupola that's existing, the garage existing, and towards the side of the house, the expansion takes place from this point forward towards the rear. You know, where we have in here kitchen, master sleeping, and the deck has been recreated here towards the back of the house. So we have front, we have right, we have in here rear of the house. You know, we have garage, screen porch, breakfast room, kitchen area, master sleeping, master bathroom. And then on the opposite side, then we have garage, screen porch. To note in here that the expansion towards the rear, because the kitchen being located in this part of the house, the client has suggested that we raise the ceiling because the room has a longer and wider proportion. So the floor line in the master suite will be elevated from the rest of the house. As you can see here, the floor lines. So there's a couple of steps on the inside. On the exterior of the house, the finishes will match the existing residence. You know, the color, the shingle material. The windows we are proposing to change. They will be replaced. The color will remain, and the configuration, instead of a 6/6 will be done as a 2/2, which seems consistent with the style of the home. You know, there will be some casement windows here, like in the kitchen and other areas. That is the proposal in a nutshell, and we are here to ask for your approval.
Can we see wait, where's the garage, that elevation?
The garage elevation will
The
be
left
here.
elevation.
That one, and then here, the garage right there. We have removed a couple of lines in here so you can see better in this elevation here. So we have the garage. The garage, it has this angle configuration that you can see here on the existing house that we're looking to square off, and there will be new garage doors installed. The front, as you see, the porch has been added, and the windows replaced, and the entry door as well relocated because of the new flow of the house. As you can see here now, the flow of the house actually more is given this way, where we have an entry foyer, the stairwell, you know, going into a living room and towards the rear of the house.
Looks pretty nice. You're going to keep the horizontal and vertical siding.
Yes, the siding will continue the same way that is existing. Colors as well.
Yeah, I agree. I like it.
Yeah, nicely done. The massing's really nice. It seems to all fit together nicely with the original house. So
What kind of railing are you putting in?
Pardon me?
What kind of railing is that?
Oh, in the back, we're doing a wood railing with horizontal rods,
Oh,
just to keep the transparency a little more. We were considering the wood railing, but it will be too opaque, and they do have a nice view in the rear.
mhm. Good. Brandon, are you?
No, yeah, like I said, I like it. I think it's
Okay.
well done.
I wasn't even sure who said what. Okay,
That's the problems with the Zooms. Yeah, you never know.
Unless you're looking right at the, I was looking this way, so.
no, yeah, I think it's nicely done, nicely proportioned, and another nice project.
Yeah.
That's a good set of projects today.
Thank you. You're very kind tonight.
The night's not over.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, you're approved.
Thank you so much, Ann. Thank you, Travis, Brennan. Mr.
Thanks.
DePaul. Have a nice evening.
Yeah, you too.
Good evening, Kale.
Bye-bye.
So our last application is 3 Petersville Road. Richmond. Hi, sir.
Hi, good evening. Can you hear and see the screen?
Yes.
Hi, Sid Schloman, architect for 3 Petersville Road. Let me just zoom in a little. Okay, so Petersville Road is near the Mount Kisco Country Club and Golf Course. It's a street with about 10 or 11 houses. Over the years, most of the houses have been, you can see from the aerial, torn down and made into large houses of different styles. This house is one of the few that has not been torn down. The yellow that you see is about a 2-acre lot, but the land is actually larger. In total, it's about 4 acres, but this is the tax lot we are discussing. Let me just see if I can. Okay. Here are photos of the existing house. You can see the main house is a white painted brick with black windows and a slate roof. The rest of the house on the side here is black party siding. I think it's an anchor black. And you can see the garage door and some cable railing for a small deck. You can see just a few different views here of the black juxtaposition against the white from a few different locations. And you can see here, that's on the lower right photo, this is the proposed addition site, which is actually technically the side yard, but it really functions as the rear of the house. It's not really visible from the street or by any neighbor, but there's a large yard back here. You can see also here in the lower left photo, the addition is going to be on the right side. Let me just go through the site plan. Here is the overall site. Here's some neighboring houses. You can see this is 12 Petersville, 4 Petersville. So just some really large houses. Let me see, there's a couple of more here. Colonials, just a few different contrasting styles. Let me go back. Okay. So here where you see the shaded area is an existing outdoor patio that will now be a covered patio with a 2nd-story addition, which will be the master bedroom. So there's no addition on the first floor other than the patio itself and barbecue and things for the outdoor space, but then a 2nd floor master bedroom over the patio. So in plan, let me just zoom out a little bit. This is So you can see the shaded area is the addition of patio, deck, and bedroom above. This is the first floor existing plan. And then on the second floor, you can see the existing bedrooms. We're creating a small hallway to the master, which will have a closet and bathroom and pretty much windows throughout each space. The big feature along this small deck here is a 16-foot door, a glass Marvin door matching the one on the other side that's existing in the kitchen. Let me just get to the elevations. So here, I don't even know what the front of the house is, but here is the technical front door. And this portico was previously approved by this board. It wasn't built, so we are reintroducing it into this application. So the portico in the center is the only thing on the existing house that will be part of the application. And on the right side will be the addition, which will be black hardy. The roof will, the slate roof will match the existing. And then if you look at this lower right elevation, you can see we're matching the existing door over the garage door. It's a 16-foot black sliding glass door with cable railing. We're matching that in the bedroom, again, with a small terrace deck on the second floor. And underneath is pretty much open. And you'll see in a second just some of the massing. So you can see the center part of the house is the main part, and don't want to detract from that. All the windows are Marvin Elevate black windows. And so kind of the left and the right are the black, which kind of frame the main part of the house. So we're not taking away from it. And you can see kind of the addition here, which is the door, the windows, slate roof, keeping the same pitch of the roof, not changing that at all. We felt that was important. And then underneath the covered patio where the existing patio is now. So those doors and windows will stay. And then you can see just kind of another view of the black framing, the white main part of the house with, some underneath will be, whether it's a TV, barbecue, some solid wall, and just a lot of open air for outdoor functional space. So that's kind of in terms of materials, really it's slate roof matching the slate roof, black Marvin windows matching the cable railing with the black posts, the 4x4 is matching, and they're not too many.
The back that we're looking at right now, sorry.
Well, this is technically, if we look at this is the back, this functions the rear, yes. So this will be the rear yard with the covered patio and the master bedroom overlooking the rear yard. If we just go back to the site plan, the real front yard is just, sorry. Yeah, so here's the house. Here is actually 117 Bedford Road. So it's technically a corner lot. So the real front yard is this long stretch here. So the house is a couple hundred feet back from 117 and a couple of hundred feet back from Petersville Road. So those are the two front yards. Everything else is kind of a side yard, in terms of zoning. In terms of function, this functions as the rear yard where the addition is going.
So can we see the front elevation, please?
I'll show you all the elevations. Okay. So this here is the front door, not necessarily the front yard. This here on the left is existing. This has all green plantings that have gone in. So the addition is here on the right side, which is hardy planking open underneath with the columns. Then the real technical front elevation is the one on the upper right, where you see the side of the kitchen. Actually, there's a window missing there on the existing part, but you can see the addition in the back. The roof line here matching the pitch. So this is the addition in the back here. Actually, there's a window here that's missing. And And then this here is, another front elevation with the door and the deck and the patio and the materials. You can kind of see. So we feel we didn't, with the setback of the second floor, which is similar to the other side, we feel we are not taking away from the main part of the house with the color matching and keeping the right and left the same black. It's also not taking away from the main part of the house. And functionally, we feel it works really well with the covered patio and the layout of the master bedroom. Not too large, but we feel it works well. And we have windows kind of on all sides, including closets and bathrooms and things like that, just in order to kind of punctuate the fenestration of the facades. So
Can you just slow down for, so just
Yeah.
go up on the 3D a little?
go up.
Yeah, right there. So what's the height difference between the main part of the house and this addition? The
Well,
one thing that's kind of bothering me is the step from the low to the mid.
I mean, that's just with grade. I mean, the floor heights are not changing. So the second floor is aligning with the second floor. The problem is, well, the main part of the house, the white, the ceilings are low. The ceilings are compromised throughout the house. So this addition is the only place where we're actually having an 8-foot ceiling or an 8-foot wall. So you can see the central part of the house has kind of the window set in as a dormer. So that's why the roof lines are lower. It's not a full second story, but the floors are aligned. Where you can really see it best is on, well, you can see here with the grade change also, but you can see the tops of the windows on the second floor are all aligned, and the floor, the second floor aligned. This is an intermediate window on a staircase, and the first floor is all aligned. So we're not stepping up at all. The only thing we're doing is maintaining the roof pitch because we felt that was more important than anything else. And you can see on the elevation on the upper right here why we feel it kind of goes, the front, the middle, the rear all have the same roof pitch. And, so the top, the ridge is going to be a few feet higher than the existing ridge. You can see here in the upper left, it's about 3 feet higher. By maintaining the pitch, we didn't want to lower the height of the ridge just by compromising the pitch of the roof. We felt, we looked at it, it just didn't look good at all. So it was more important to maintain the pitch of the roof.
Did you consider doing anything with the entry portico and the columns there to make that a little more modern? I mean, this is an intriguing project, right? The mix of the old house with these modern additions. And overall,
well, and what we did with the portico right now, let's go back to the photos. Right now, there's just a small definition with a copper roof, and we wanted to kind of keep that and just extend it out. Right now, there's like no rain cover, let's call it.
I think that's what I'm feeling, Brendan, is I'm feeling like I like each of the pieces, but I feel like they're all, well, they're not all different. The middle one is, I don't know, I don't feel like there's,
actually,
I feel like they're attached on both sides, and I'm missing some kind of integration with the middle part, and I don't know what.
Well, the windows, I think, is what ties everything together. They're all, 2/2 and black, and that really ties. And the existing goes really well with the new, and the addition is really a mirror of the addition. Just getting back to the portico.
No, I understand that.
Yeah, just getting back to the portico, you can see here in the middle, it's just a small piece, just a kind of a pilaster, kind of not real protection. So we're taking this exact shape, this exact metal roof, and extending it out 3 feet with white square columns. So that's kind of keeping with the middle portion of the house. We've saved the modern touches of the railing and the black for the two sides, and the tie-in is really all the windows together. So we feel like, and the slate roof, you know, so we're not going with a metal roof. We're not going with a standing seam metal roof for that. So because we wanted it to tie all together with the slate roof. So you can see here, you know, and the stone kind of skirt, you know, carry that around where applicable, kind of ties it all in. So
now on the back, where you have that covered porch.
yeah.
What elevation is that?
You want the
It looked like you, where was it?
I'm going to go to that. I'll get to the elevation. Just really, let me see if I can move you guys. Okay, here we go. Okay.
So right there,
Okay.
this is siding.
This is black hardy siding. I think the reveal is about 5 inches. It's matching the one that's already existing on the left side. This horizontal line, there really should be no definition because the solid will carry through on this side straight down. And this will be like a 3-foot wall. And the other side will be outdoor, you know, kitchenette, barbecue, TV, etc. So the siding will carry through. Then if
You
we look
didn't
at the,
think about putting stone there like the.
I mean, we could put stone there, yes, but it's going to be heavily landscaped over here. Let me just go to the rendering a little bit here. So over here, right now it's just shown as low landscaping, but this is probably going to be heavily landscaping. But we could do stone on the lower portion here, and that might tie in because there's some stone over here, a couple of stone walls on the left. That would help tie it in. And certainly on the back side, you can see the stone skirt, and we would probably have, you know, stone patio and then see the stone through. So that we could do.
Yeah, to me, the massing right there at that west elevation where it's the covered patio is just a little, I don't know, there's something going on there. That just me preferably, it seems a little awkward, but I know the functionality of the.
Yeah, it's a real important function, and then like we don't want to do any more
pits,
interior, you know, first floor. We thought it was a good opportunity to get
70-inch TV.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that's important, but get the bedroom above that's needed for this house and get the covered patio below, which is for outdoor functionality. I don't know about the big TV, but there's space for it, yes. And
I know it does kind of beg for like bigger windows there or something.
On this side?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only side that like, well, this is the bathroom and closet. I mean, we could do slightly larger windows. I don't want to go too big on this side. I feel we have so much on the other side where the view is. There's a pond and a pool. And so that's really the focal point. But I mean, we could make these slightly larger and a stone skirt. I think that would help.
And where are we missing the window? You were missing windows on that.
I don't even know if you can see it from here on the elevation. On this elevation, the upper right, we're missing actually 3 windows. I don't know why I didn't. One on the existing right here, which you can't see anyway, which is screened with air conditioning and landscaping. But on the new addition, there's a window here where my cursor is.
Do you have those on the renderings?
I don't think there's a view of that, but I'll show you on the plan.
Yeah, we'll need to see those.
There's this here. That's the toilet room. There's a window. And then also on the, let me see, it's on the rendering. I know I did. So there's this one and there's a matching one on the other side. Oh, we don't have that view. Yeah. So. Yeah, we can get that in there.
Oh, we'll need to see those.
Okay. So windows slightly larger, some stone, and put in the missing windows.
Yeah, and I would just think about with the owners, you know, maybe doing something a little different with the portico. I mean, I don't think it's like a deal
Well,
breaker, but just
we-
think
we-
about it, because looking at what it had originally, I mean, again, the functionality, they want some covering and more covering over that entry, but the facade with the white brick where it's actually flat, I guess that's the back or the traditional front of the house or whatever it is.
Right.
That actually, to me, looks much better with this modern addition. It's got the traditional
Let me just-
old house look in the middle, but it's clean and it fits well with the modern pieces on both sides. And to me, extending this portico out in somewhat of a traditional fashion and with columns doesn't really quite match the modern addition you're making on the side. So just something I would consider if you're going to be coming back anyway. You may as well consider that.
Okay, yeah, I mean, we definitely don't want to do a flat roof. A flat roof with a railing or something like that. I don't know if we want, I'll look at it.
Well, you can think about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I tend to agree with you, Brenda. It's almost, I know it was approved before, but it almost.
Well, it was
kinda
approved
seems-
without the other side, though. Now that the other side is there, it's,
It does kind of seem this kind of a, I don't, yeah, maybe not the right thing to do, but I mean, I do agree that the back seems to be a lot cleaner and simpler and straightforward.
So you're gonna put the windows that are missing, add the stone, and then
And
look at
slightly enlarge
enlarging
the proposed windows in the closet and bathroom.
Yeah, because it looks very small compared to the other sides. And yes, granted, you're going to have a lot of light, but you still want some symmetry with those, with the sizes there. I think.
Right. Okay, we can do that, and we'll take a look at the portico and
Yes.
see.
Please.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, you're still at town hall?
No.
Or where are you? Oh, but you're in a suit.
Yeah, I get dressed up for the zoning, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, we appreciate it too.
Thank you.
Okay.
So next week is our next meeting.
Oh, next week?
Yeah. 'Cause
Oh.
this one was the first and fourth Friday of the month because of Passover.
Yeah,
So, and every year, every November, December, I shoot out the calendar and kind of just discuss it with Bob and go over the holidays. And so I think the next time this happens is in October, and then that's it. Every other month.
Can't hear you very well, Daisy. But
With my headphones.
Oh.
So this is only going to happen in October, and then everything else is just the first and third Wednesday of the month. So I won't be here next week, but Steve Davis will be, and we'll figure it out. It'll be fine. Y'all will survive without me. So have a good night.
all right.